Welcome back in, everyone. This is episode 31 of the 1950s survival, going from $0 to $10 million. Getting closer and closer there. We had a huge issue last episode with planting. All these little white spots right here are missed spots. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to use the follow me mod. I did set this up at the end of last episode, but coming back in, it doesn't actually save. So I'm going to have to redo it real quick. I'm going to use that one in the front left there to follow. All these are going to be on offset to the right with a 2 meter offset because these are 2 meter working widths. So essentially we should end up having a working width of 8 meters here. 2 times 4 is 8, right? At least I think it is. Now I do want to go ahead and change the distance. That way they're not really far away from each other. So we'll do a 10 meter. 5 meters sounds pretty good too. Waiting due to detected near collision. Okay. That's all good, and I'll just keep setting that up. Oh wait, I didn't do an offset, my bad. Let's see here, offset, we gotta go to the right 2 meters. I believe that is a 2 meter option right there. Now I'll just do that over and over again with these until it's all done, and then we're gonna try to plant it with some canola. Oh, another thing is, did I lower that? No, I did not. It will not plant unless I have it lowered. So I don't think I can lower it right now. I cannot. I gotta take that worker off, and then I gotta lower it, and then I gotta put the follow me mod on. There's no activation key or anything like that. So now it is good to go. 2 meters off to the right, 5 meter following distance, perfect. Repeat each step there with each one of these, and I'll be moving here in just a second. For the moment of truth, I do have workers in each one of those, and I am not going to run the real speed mod. Obviously, I'm going to end up missing that little bit of white part right there. At least I don't think I'm going to run the real speed mod because of the issues I had previously with the whole missing spots. So we're just going to take it nice and slow like this. As I touch this spot right here, the ones behind me should be touching other spots at the same time. And man, I did not lower mine. I lowered all theirs, but not mine. And this is not working as it's lowered. It's proven to be a little bit of an issue. This rain is going to cause an issue too. Looks like we were sunk down in that mud pretty bad. Maybe I will run the real speed mod. Nah, it's actually working out pretty good as it gets going. I need that rain to stop. I really, really do need it to stop. Let's see if this works now. And they should have actually touched up some other spots back there. Looks like they did. That is working pretty good. So I see the offsets all going there, working good. May end up just having to go ahead and plant this stuff myself moving forward, or just don't run the real speed mod and see if it does a better job. Now, I do not expect these ones behind me to get every spot off to the right here. I don't expect it to be perfect, but I expect it to be a little bit faster than just me doing it myself. Even if I had the real speed mod on, I was missing spots. So I think this is going to work out pretty good. And oh my gosh, what happened there? It stopped following? Guess I got too far behind. That's not good. Maybe this won't work that good. I actually figured out what was wrong. The tractor got stuck. It just got stuck, straight up stuck. I couldn't move it. So I fast forward time a little bit more. The sun's starting to come up. This field is actually starting to dry out a little bit better. And the tractor's actually moving now. I'm sure this is still going to cause a little bit of an issue over time. It will eventually dry up better and work better here in a little bit, I think. The main idea behind this was for parts like this, where I'm getting this row right here that's obviously got skipped. The row to my right's going to get touched up. Now the third row to my right actually has nothing there, but the fourth row to my right has some issues there. So that's the idea behind this whole follow me mod and why I want to do it. That way, obviously, it should be able to speed this up some. And I'm telling you, I think I just need to go ahead and plant it myself next time. But time is a huge issue, especially since I have a rule where I'm keeping that 5 times speed. I got to do more to this field besides just plant it. We got a lot more work to do. I'll be honest with you, this is actually working out a lot better than I thought it would. I did not see it going this smoothly. This is pretty cool, and I can see the lines where I did go over once again. So that's pretty nice being able to see the difference there. Also, there's the concern of wasting these seeds going in the ground twice, but it's not going to happen on here because there is precision farming. They will not plant where it does not need to be planted. So the only spots that need to be planted is these spots with white on them. I am noticing some spots are still getting missed. Even the spot I drove over at the 6 mile an hour speed got missed. It just jumped right over it somehow. That is all fine. I'll go back through, touch that stuff up myself. Not much, because all this over here in this direction is done. I've already passed over it, but there's a few white spots out there I got to touch up. And then I got all this over here to finish up. So still a little bit to do. It's actually going a lot faster and smoother than I thought it would, though. This should be my last pass I need to do because I can see 1 row to my right, 2 rows to my right, and then the final row to my right. And all this should be wrapping up as long as those workers continue to follow me there. Oh no, we'll see what happens there. They're getting pretty far behind. I do keep having to stop every now and then and let them catch up. That way the worker does not go away. Let me keep moving forward though so they can finish out this piece here. Then I will take those workers off and I'll go through and touch up what I got left, but I will turn on that real speed mod so I can get across the field a little bit faster. All done with the planting. Now next up is going to be rolling. It says down there in the bottom right, needs rolling. Also, we got a nitrogen level of bad. I think I might be able to do that at the same time, but I got something I need to figure out here. Our roller in the past has not been the best. Maybe it's because I had the real speed mod on. Maybe they were just going too fast, something along those lines. I either need to slow our roller down or get some new rollers. Now, the roller we currently have is the biggest one out there. That's mainly why I'm using it, because, hey, it's the biggest one out there. But I am not against getting a smaller roller if it's going to work better, so let's give that a try. Let's just go ahead and get rid of the rollers we have right now and then go to a smaller one. Setting all these up on a follow me mod right now just so they can drive right off the field. No more offsets. They'll follow me directly behind, and then we'll get over to our little storage area, get us some new rollers. Probably could go ahead and start storing these planters somewhere else, which is not a bad idea because previously they were just kind of sitting outside under a cover. Plus that's less driving I have to do, so that's why I'm going to just come over here and store them over here for now. And then I'll use the shop deliveries mod to get me those new rollers. I am a little concerned about something. I just took over for this worker, last one here, bring it over, and realized it was actually down. But with it being down, that means it's going to plant. Did I just ruin some fields? I didn't drive through any fields, but it did end up doing a loop through here. Hey, it's not a direct drill, so it didn't replant that, okay? It's all good, it's all good. I was just way too worried. But also, we have plenty of more space right there to add a couple more seeders if I want to keep them in line like that. May have to add a few more in there. But for right now, let's find us a nice roller and go from there. Here's the current roller I'm running with, 2.5 meters. I guess there's one that's 4 meters wide. Why am I not using that? I do not know. We probably should get that, but it is the same brand, so I'm just like, wait a second, is it going to do the same? Is it not going to work? Okay, I guess I didn't go with this because it's a 60 horsepower requirement. In order for me to run 60 horsepower would have been the large bulldozer tractor we have. This is what I want to try though. I want to try this Cambridge roller. Don't think we can like daisy chain any of these together, but I'm going to go ahead and purchase 4 of them. They're 3 meters wide, which is actually bigger than what I'm currently using. Okay, so this is going to be an upgrade a little bit, I think. So 2.5, yeah, over to 3 meters wide. I don't know why I didn't go with this to begin with. I think I just don't like using these very much because they pivot and everything, and they just didn't always line up perfectly. But let's buy 4. They're only $700 a piece. That is looking really good. I like that a lot. Hopefully that shop deliveries mod I put in has enough room for all 4 of them. I do know I put it pretty close to the shed. Come on, please work, please work. What's it looking like over here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, looking good. Oh man, I did pawn them in backwards though. But we got to come around to the other side and grab them. First thing I want to do is make sure this actually works, and it looks like it is changing the state back there. And it looks like it does have a little overlap to the side too from where it's actually working, what they're working with. Because it should stop over here, but it looks like it's going over another row or so. And come on, says needs rolling. Nope, no more. It does not say that anymore. Now there are going to be some stones in the ground. For the most part, they usually come out of the ground, but I guess not. I do not have any technology to pick up these stones, unfortunately, for 1950s. I could probably find some sort of mod out there, but I'm not going to worry about it. Also, I could just easily disable the stones as well, but we'll leave them, just a little extra damage to our equipment. Let me get a course all set up here with 4 of them and get them going. This is actually kind of weird because it's saying down there it's a 1.9 working with, and I click here and it's kind of coming out to like a 1.9 working with as well. I don't know what's going on here. Well, there was red lines earlier, but it's not showing it now. Oh well, that's fine. We're going to have 4 of them out there going. Let's just get it going. Looks like with all 4 of them running, it's going to take 23 minutes. Let me get the other ones out here so this time can start dropping a little bit faster. Or, I don't know, maybe that's just this one's going to be done in 23? Oh, okay, yeah, this one will be done in 23, the next one will be done in 23, so on and so on. Do need to get it out here. I did take the real speed mod off, that way we don't mess anything up with the speed issues. All the tractors with the rollers are off and going now. It's looking pretty nice down there except for that nitrogen. We do have another tractor out there. Let's go ahead and grab it. Hook up for some nitrogen spreading, which is fertilizer, and don't get ran over by this. There is one thing I did notice with these tractors going around. It is very hard for them to back up with this type of roller, which is understandable. It's hard for me to back up with it. I can't back up with it, so I'm kind of concerned of how I'm going to store these. They're probably just going to stay outside on the ground because I got to have some little pull-through area. Oh, hey, I noticed something while editing, and y'all probably called me out by now by the time this episode actually comes out. I got the wrong cows in here. I couldn't help but laugh, cry a little. I got all males, so that is a little bit of an issue. I guess I'm making a profit selling them back because they're now worth $20 more on the total sell back versus whenever I bought them. But we got to get rid of them. Let's go ahead and sell them all off, and then we'll go ahead and buy another 100 cows. But let's get females this time around, okay? I definitely need the females for the milk. I don't think I want milk from male cows. Hopefully one of y'all caught that and called me out. I do know I had early access to some of these videos, and some people have watched it already and has not called me out. But once it goes out to the full public, I'm sure somebody is going to catch that. I was just completely blown away how I messed that up. But we're going to come over here, brown Swiss, calf. You know what? Can we go a little bit older? I don't really want the calves. Holy cow, it's $118,000. No, we cannot go a little bit older. Okay, we are not turning a profit here, though, because sold all that for $12,000 something dollars. I thought I was making a profit. Oh, wait, no, they're $200. I thought they were $100 a piece. Nope, that's going to be the males are $100 a piece. That's why. So I did make a profit back on the males. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and buy 100 of these. $25,000. And there we go. Blocked by an object? You gotta be kidding me. Only expect it whenever you got so many workers out there on the field at once. I have no idea how much fertilizer it's going to take up on this field. I got a feeling it is going to take up a whole lot. Let's go ahead and get this topped off here. See how much we got all together. It was like 400 something? Yeah, 400 liters exactly. So $455 for that, 400 liters of fertilizer. And like I said, I think we're going to go through a whole lot here. A lot more than the grass field for sure, because once you get into actual grain crops and stuff like that, they start requiring more fertilizer. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do it myself, because all I'm doing is waiting on some blocked object to happen, and I got a feeling I'm going to have to stop and refill this multiple times, so might as well do it myself, right? Of course, I'm going to use some old school 1952 GPS. You can see down there in the bottom right above the speedometer. I'm going to utilize that. Now, of course, 1952 GPS is probably a brick on the pedal and a little rope tied to the steering wheel to try to keep it steady. And yes, this is going down fast, so it's going to take me a while. I did 3 up down, so down, back, down, and then a little ways down again. That's as far as I made it. So probably going to have to refill about 2, 3, well, not 2, 3, 4 times possibly. That's what it's kind of looking like. That's all good. Like I said, I'm doing it myself, waiting on those rollers to get done. It's taking a while, and I believe that is the only field we actually have to get planted this month, which is very nice because I don't think I can get all these fields planted in 1 month with the amount of equipment I have right now. If I did have to plant them all in 1 month, I think we're going to have a pretty good overlap of months, different months, stuff like that, where I don't have to rush and plant a bunch of these fields in the same month. Hopefully, knock on wood. I still haven't looked at it very good. One other thing I do need to check is make sure this rolling's actually working. Over here on the needs rolling, we can see the blues disappearing. So that is perfect. Previously, this is what we were working with. A bunch of messed up spots here and there. Was not working correctly. It could have been the real speed mod, possibly, or it could have been the roller. Maybe a combination of both. Either way, I know this new roller and not going so fast is actually helping out a lot. You know, I'm not even sure if I should actually even be rolling. What is it, like a 0.5% or 1% boost? I'm not sure on that with precision farming. If anybody knows what the actual boost is on precision farming here on FS22 with rolling, please let me know in the comments. I might just stop rolling altogether. Well, actually, I guess I could look right here. Currently, the expected yield is 92%. Yield potential 125. But if I step over to where it got rolled, looks like it doesn't move at all. Hold on, come on. Let's get it changing where it says it's been rolled. It has been rolled right here, right? I mean, it's got the rolled texture on it. Let me check a different area. So right here, still 92%. Then we'll step over here where it's rolled and it's showing 93%. So 1% difference. That might not be worth it at all for the amount of work being put into it. I don't know. Especially how much I'm paying in wages here, which is really, really high, especially for 1952. There is one other thing I do got to remember besides just the rolling giving that 1% boost. It also pushes down some of the rocks. Yes, there's a lot of rocks left here on the ground, but a lot of the small ones are getting pushed down in there. At least they were in the past. I don't know. This is quite a bit of rocks left on the field compared to previously. Maybe that roller doesn't push it down that good. I don't know, but I do know I think I'm done rolling. I'll let it finish out this field since it's already going, and then I think I'm just going to go ahead and sell off all the rollers we have and go from there. Maybe if I get another big grass field in, I'll do the rolling because that's more of a permanent field, but until then, I'm not rolling any of these grain crop fields anymore. Huge waste of time. Another thing I really don't like about these rollers is they permanently stay down. So if I was to go ahead and drive across this field, across the road here, it would go ahead and change the texture to a rolled state. All good. And I don't know what it's going to do to the grass field, so I was trying really hard to make sure I missed the grass field, and I did end up buying them and spawning them in so close to the grass field. But oh my gosh, the paint condition on this is horrible. Wow, this thing got destroyed real fast. We're going to repair, repaint, and then we're going to go ahead and get it sold off. Each one that finishes up, I'll do the same thing over and over again. Then I'll get a little line of tractors together, start heading them back to where they go. While doing these up downs, trying to put a little plan together or making sure my plan is working. Looks like we got a lot of planting to do in springtime. Next month, we will go ahead and put in a field or two of barley because we need quite a bit of barley. Last time around, the barley did go on our previous large field all the way over there. May just go ahead and do that again with some barley, call it good. There was a lot of extra that allowed me to make some more flour. Now I do need to look into other directions with that flour, such as making a cake. I haven't actually never made a cake here on FS22 or any of these farm sim games. So I think that'd be a pretty good way to finish out my time on FS22 because this is my last series on FS22. I'm not sure how I missed this, but we actually have some lambs now. We have some baby lambs and young rams right there. That is awesome. So they gave birth recently, I guess. Yeah, right there. This month. So month since last birth, 0. That would be this month right here. That is absolutely amazing. Now the young rams, completely useless. Yeah, just like probably any male in real life, right? No, but let's go ahead and I guess sell them off. I can't do it from the screen. I'll have to remember to do it later. There is a very, very good chance I will probably forget to sell them off later and end up keeping them for a long time. All the tractors are done with their work except for the work I'm doing here. This might finish this little section off. You can see the color difference in the ground. I just got to go from here all the way to the right. I don't know. I think it's going to be very close. I think I'm going to come up short, actually. I'm probably going to have to go ahead and fill up another container here full. I really should just edit the capacity on this thing because it is just ridiculous how often I got to refill some of these implements, which makes sense and goes with the real time anyways of 1950s. I guess I just don't like how long it's taken, but it's fun. I have a lot of fun with it. I really do. I hope you all are having a lot of fun watching this series, and don't forget to smash that like button if you are. Yeah, I guess that did finish off the field. There's a little strip here on the side that maybe got missed, possibly. I don't know. Let me turn it on. Like I said, it's not going to come out unless it needs to come out, and yes, it does. Oh my gosh, just a little strip right there on the edge. Is it that important? Gosh, I don't know, possibly, because this does make a huge difference whenever you fertilize. We are up to 123% expected yield, and over here on the side where it's not fertilized very good, well, it looks like it went up a little bit. It goes down to 106%. So that is a huge difference. Yeah, let me go top it off. Come back, hit this little tiny strip that's probably like a meter or half a meter wide. I'm also trying to figure out what else I need to plant besides barley next month. Now that big field, I want to do barley because I want to have food for the chickens. But according to this right here, which I was going to do probably potatoes, or wait, can I do sorghum? I guess I can do sorghum. Yeah, I think I mentioned I was going to do sorghum. Doing sorghum also requires wheat. So we're going to have to get a wheat field out there. We already got a big canola field, and then we'll also have to do a large sorghum field because they take a lot more sorghum than anything right there. So hold on, I don't know if I got enough fields or if I got this set up right. Maybe I might have to change my plans over from sorghum pig food over to potato pig food possibly. There we go, all done now. All these tractors in a perfect row here. Let's get them back over to our farm, get them put away. I think call it a month here. Do got to look at planting some sorghum and some wheat. So next month, we got a couple of fields we need to plant because what was it? Hold on, I could do that little cruise control real quick and look at this at the same time. I believe next month we will need to plant wheat for the production and barley for the chickens. That's the idea there. And we're not going to get to it this episode. I am all out of time here. Really do want to thank y'all so much for stopping in and watching. I really do appreciate it. If y'all haven't already, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Y'all got any tips, tricks, or suggestions? Feel free to leave them down in the comment section because they're always welcome. Very much appreciate it and very much need it. And until next time, y'all take care.